everybody. It is our Dirty Thursday edition we call Snurdy Thursday. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the 11th annual East Grand Forks Vintage Snowmobile Show. Merlin Werner is in here today. Patrick Bopre, the owner of the Blue Moose, is here. And, of course, the other half of the Bullring Boys, Chad Hoff, yeah. Show brought to you by Northwest Tire in Grand Forks. They are looking to hire tire techs, whoever you are looking to hire. You looking to hire a bunch of people still or not? Or
just to fill some spots. It's all we're looking for right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay. If you're not afraid to show up for work on time and then work while you're there, that's kind of what you're supposed to do because they call it work. Might be a good job for you. No prior work experience is necessary. Northwest Tire, they will train the right people. Great benefits, PTO, health insurance, 401k, and all that kind of stuff. Pay will depend on experience, but if you want to find out more, stop in to Northwest Tire on Gateway Drive. You can call Chad Hoff, too, or talk to him, 701-780-8473, or apply online at nwtire.com. We apologize for being a little late on this Snurdy Thursday today, but that's all on me. I told these guys be here at 11:45 instead of 10:45, so that is on me. If you have any questions or comments regarding this 11th annual East Grand Forks Vintage Snowmobile Show, feel free to call or text, all right? Our number is 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. And before we get rolling too much further into the show, time for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. My wife usually watches the show. I'm hoping she doesn't today. So here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. So what's the difference between a man buying a lottery ticket and a man arguing with his wife? What is the difference between a guy buying a lottery ticket and a guy arguing with his wife?
Go for it.
Well, the man buying a lottery ticket actually has a chance to win. It might be a slight chance, but
I'm waiting for her to comment.
You mean there's still hope?
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to comment. I'm just waiting. Yeah.
All right, we're going to start. First off, Chad, how's the back, man? You were MIA for a while.
Yeah,
I know
was in
you
the
got
hospital.
some back issues. Yeah, and for once we can say you were actually having a procedure and we weren't lying.
Yeah, I what was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I woke up at 3 o'clock. The normal routine for getting an older man. I went to the bathroom, and then 6 a.m. woke up and couldn't feel any of my legs. So I was I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. So we sat there for a little bit, and I iced, and I have some muscle relaxers at home, figuring I just had a pinched nerve, which I did. Yeah, I had to call the ambulance and come get me. And,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me about the ambulance part.
Well, we tried to get me up and at him, and I moved in, got into the living room, and that's as far as I could go.
Wow.
And me being the weight and the stature of the fat belly I have, there's not much anybody else can do to pick my fat ass
What'd you think about the ambulance ride? I've been in a couple of them.
As soon as the pain meds kicked in, I could just care less.
Yeah.
They're like, here,
Can we go the long way?
Yeah, we're gonna get you an IV started, and they're like, okay. Did you feel that? I said, I feel pain. That's all I feel.
Yep.
So yeah, I got into the ER. They got me set up, and I still couldn't walk. So I had to stay the night, and then I sent you that picture of me learning how to walk again. They're like, now you gotta get your muscles to back up again, and yeah. Here I am.
We're glad you're here, man.
I'm glad to be back, man.
All right. Let's talk to our panel here. First off, to my left, do we call you Patrick or Pat? Doesn't matter.
Patrick.
Patrick Bopre. Am I saying that right?
Correct.
French Canadian by any chance?
French Canadian.
Hey, how about that?
Look at you.
Damn right.
1 for 1.
It's like kind of like my brother.
Only if you knew what time the show started, you'd be in better
My problem is I can't text.
Yeah.
And we're sitting out here, and I'm like, where are these guys? And I even messaged Ricky, and I said, where are your guys? And then I walked in, I went, you know what? I wonder if I texted the wrong time.
Yeah.
So I went back, and I looked at my messages. Yeah, I did. I wrote 11:45, and thank God you guys came as early as you did.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys are like me. If I'm 10 minutes early, I consider myself late. But Patrick, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I grew up in East Grand Forks, attended University of North Dakota, and I've been working at the Blue Moose since I was 15 years old. And then had the opportunity to become ownership about 12 years ago. So,
and it's funny when you walked in, I'm like, I see you in there all the time, and I probably saw you in there from the time you were 15. And it's like, oh, look at that kid. Seems like he's always in a good mood. And now it's like, Oh, look at that man. Oh, you're the owner. Oh, you're the owner.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
No clue.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No.
Well, good for you. Nice place. Beautiful, by the way.
Love it. We love
have
it.
an awesome
It's
time.
like,
Very much.
whenever we have out-of-town visitors and they're not sure
Yep.
what they want to do or where they want to go eat, and they're all picky, and they said, you know what? It's a no-brainer. Go to the Moose.
Well,
They got a little bit of everything there.
It is something that
doesn't
nobody
matter.
else has.
Yeah.
You know, you got these chain restaurants you can go to, Applebee's or Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, and somebody comes into town to visit. We have family from Montana. Like, you don't have one of these. Like, let's go check this out. And my wife loves it there because gluten-free menu is awesome.
Sure,
so,
sure.
yeah.
Do you have a go-to there? Because I do. And it just pisses my wife off.
The Louisiana poutine.
Ooh,
good
okay.
one.
I'm a big
is-
fan of the mac and cheese, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's good,
God, are
too.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like, you always order the same thing when we come here. And it's like, because it's good.
Right? The ribye's
Good.
delicious,
It's
too.
good.
Oof.
Directly across from me, Merlin Werner. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Born and raised in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Moved to East Grand Forks. I believe it was when I was 3, and pretty much didn't get too far away from the water tower. Just kind of stuck around. So.
And here we are, how
Yeah.
many years later? 11th Annual East Grand Forks Vintage Snowmobile Show. It's not this Saturday. It is next Saturday behind the Blue Moose. How did you get involved with this? Because then we're going to go to you next. But how did you get involved with the vintage snowmobile thing? Because I used to own vintage sleds. I had to finally give it up, but it's getting so popular. But how did you get involved?
So I've always been a vintage snowmobile collector, and it started out 2 years before we brought the show back. Erlen Greendahl and Steve Renslow just got a bunch of guys together. We just met at the Moose, and just going to go for a little ride. And Earl and Steve just decided, it's just they weren't going to do it. So there was a year absence, and I called Kyle Kozel, Alan Seidel, and Ricky Seidel, and they came over to my house, and we just talked about it. I said, what do you think guys think about this? I mean, it's like any other sport, whether you're collecting tractors, motorcycles, cars.
Yeah,
If you
100%.
don't have these shows, the sport goes away. And that's exactly what happened. So we decided we're going to try it. And unfortunately, the first show was like 22 below zero, and it was just brutal. But we had 88 snowmobiles our first show.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was it was positive. And then we just kept on. COVID set us back 1 year, which set everybody back. But no, we're looking for a good show this year.
Vintage snowmobiles, it's just taken off. And I belong to a lot of these groups on social media, and it's like barn finds and things like that. And it's like, damn, I got to start just finding random barns to go check out because it's just taken off. I mean, you look at the cost of a new sled now compared to the cost of a real expensive vintage sled.
Yes.
It's still like night and day.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
I've even seen, I started out with, I started racing a 71 EXT Special. My first sled, I was 6 years old, got a brand new. I just saw one that went at Bear Jackson last year for like 15 grand. And it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, these newer sleds like a 20 plus.
Oh, I know. I know.
Those are going crazy.
And then you look at the guys like me that started running these things back in the early 70s. You wonder why I've had 2 back surgeries,
Right.
neck surgery,
Right.
5 knee surgeries, 47 broken bones, and I can't even look at a snowmobile anymore.
Well, yeah, this is so cool to do, just to see not only the progression. It's nice to see, like, you look like car shows and stuff. You see the progression of what happened. Now you see the progression of snowmobiles too. Everything kind of just where everything started, and the old ski-doos, and it's just so cool to watch where they started from to where they are now.
Yeah, you
It's
go to these
amazing to see the
shows,
difference.
and I say that all the time. It's like growing up.
Yeah.
I remember when I was just a young kid. I grew up right by a Viking snowmobile dealership back in the day between Crookston and Gently.
Okay.
You remember the Viking Land Chalet, but
I don't.
Okay, so my dad, one of the first sleds he had was a prototype sled that you actually steered with your feet. And so when we do and go to these vintage snowmobile shows, you see the progression, and you see how everything, just changes and all of that.
Yes.
And you see how technology changes, but
There's
boy,
the
we've
sled
got
I
a-
saw. Who had the sled with a double track?
So Raider had one you sat in like a cockpit, almost like
Yep.
an IndyCar style, and then there was Boland's and Husky had the tracks in the front, and it actually pulled a sleigh, and you steered it,
steered it.
Yeah.
articulated in the middle.
And I
Yeah.
believe actually back in the day, I think Polaris had a twin track sled way back in the day. Because I remember my dad put me down on a sled to take a picture of me, and he had it running.
Yeah.
Mistake. Next thing you know, my dad's trying to chase me across his plowed field. And then, of course, you get yelled at.
Yeah. So
breaking
you
cleats.
actually were on
Cleats.
a Polaris?
I was.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. Was that a bad word? I didn't.
Where I grew up, it's kind of a swear word.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, a little bit. Boy, thanks for all the people that are watching. I want to ask now, has this been at the Blue Moose since this thing has been resurrected since day one?
Correct.
Since day one.
And I tell you what,
That's awesome.
It doesn't seem to matter the weather. Always get a good crowd. And I judge it this way, how good the crowd is. We'll use the Blue Moose, for example. How long does it take me to get a drink? It's a good crowd. It's a good time.
Exactly.
People are in and out for hours. But when they approached you about this, what were your first thoughts?
So this is a great story. The first year Merlin approached us about redoing it after that break. I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. Look at a bunch of awesome snowmobiles. But then I'm talking, I was working on the schedule at that time. I'm like, well, how busy is this thing really going to get? You know, it's like, who's going to come out to see all these snowmobiles? So anyways, I made the mistake of scheduling one bartender.
Dang it.
Boy, was I wrong. I was behind that bar until about 10 p.m. that night.
Yeah.
I was running my butt off, and I was sure was I sweaty that day.
Isn't it great to be the boss?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then he found out how thirsty them snowmobilers were too, because he ran out of product.
Yeah, I did that first year. I
Not a
ran
bad problem to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a text from Dave Adams. Always a great show. We were just at the Vintage Snow
In Reynolds.
show in Reynolds, and boy, I tell you what, the Beehive and the Snowmobile Club over there, they do a great job too. Do you guys? We first brought up who started this in the beginning. You mentioned a last name. I won't mention it. Green Doll. I wanted to ask you this because of the Greenway.
Yep.
We all know who runs the Greenway, and that's why I threw that name out there. But we've been getting a lot of backlash about this. I've talked to a few people about it, but don't you think that they should open up those few miles of Greenway? Because people like me, I actually, before I got rid of my last vintage sled, I rode it. I met Todd Grabansky, and we rode in together. He had a 399, and I had a 634 matching Panthers. But I wanted to keep going and go other places, but they don't let you. Do you think there's a way that they can fix this and make this work? Because when you look at all the other places, I mean, we'll throw Reynolds in there, but you got Bemidji, Detroit Lakes, you've got Crookston.
You're talking
all
like an
these
in-town
places.
trail ride.
Yeah, where you can go anywhere you pretty much want. I think it would bring in more money into downtown, but don't you think there's a way we could work this out?
Well, I think there is, and one of the big things that I guess what my leverage point would be is how unsafe the river is. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, I feel better if you could stay off that river. I mean, granted, in January, February, it's safe, but before that and after that, it's questionable. A few years ago, we lost a gentleman from Manville in the river between here and Manville, and he just got tangled up in snow dust and didn't know where he was at. He drove in open water. So my point being is if we could figure out a way to be on the Greenway, and I guess I understand what the homeowners are looking at. I mean, they don't want to be listening to snowmobiles at 1, 2 in the morning roaring up and down that Greenway, but I mean, somehow I mean, as snowmobilers that follow the laws and stuff, I mean, we're going to have to kind of take it upon ourselves, too, just to make sure that they mark out a decent trail where it's going to be decent for everybody.
You know,
Well, I think it's no different when you look at people that drive the roads and they crank their stereos at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. And a snowmobile, you're going to hear, that's it.
Well, now here's another thing. Snowmobiles now are different. They all got the cans on them now. They're all like, But anyway, here's the deal. The speed limit on this thing
how do they go again?
You heard me.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, the speed limit would be 15 miles an hour. A lot of the snowmobiles nowadays, their clutches don't even engage until they hit, they could idle, and they're going to probably go about that speed. So you've got the Greenway here. You've got the river here.
Yep.
15 miles an hour here, 50 miles an hour here. You tell me what's going to be louder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, we see these letters to the editor that I saw in our part-time newspaper past weekend, which, by the way, what the hell happened to the parade section in the Herald? Anyway, we get this letter to the editor. Oh, I had a snowmobiler almost run me over and laughed as he was going by. Bull crap. If that's the case, I almost got run over by a cross-country skier, and they were chuckling at me the whole time. Yeah. I mean, come on. I really think they picked and choosed who is sending these letters to the editor. I know they picked and choose who got this so-called whatever where people were filling it out. But anyway, I'm kind of getting out of what we're supposed to be doing here. Okay, so this thing,
Snowmobiles.
11th annual Vintage Snowmobile Show at East Grand Forks. When, where, what time, all of the fun stuff.
Saturday, February 4th, basically starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we have registration from 9 until, I believe it's got 11:30 down there.
Yep.
And then there's going to be some judging and stuff for different classes. We kind of do it a little different. We tie quite a few years up into the restored, quite a few years up in the original. A lot of different shows break it down into years. We've talked about this, and it's probably something that will happen one day. And I mean, it's as we go through the years, we make changes too. We added a new class called a Classic class this year, which made extended a few model years. And I mean, that's because what everybody else is doing. So it's not that we're trying to follow everybody.
Sure.
We just want to be same.
Yeah.
You know, and fair.
Well, and I think every time you grow in the years, it's just like, classic rock music is different from where it started. You know? So you got to change the classics every now and then to where the years you grow, that classic line's going to kind of grow up again too. So adjusting is, you
have to.
You adapt
with the changes.
Yeah, weird saying is you adapt or die.
Yep.
If you don't adapt, that's going to go away.
And then one of the shows that is going on this weekend is down at Elk River. It used to be down in Waconia, but Waconia had the same problem. I think the Grand Forks is that the Waconia didn't want snowmobiles roaring around for one weekend. So
for dumb.
A bunch of people that had too much money bought the property, and they put up housing and condos and all this other stuff. So they had no place to go, so now they moved everything to Elk River, which Elk River's happier than heck.
Yeah, why don't they just say, we don't want their money?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. We don't want that money coming into our town. I mean, you got a town like East Grand Forks that has no money. This is their highlight of the winter.
Yep.
And now they're all bitching about a 1% sales tax increase, which would bring more money into town. Anyway, I'm getting far away again. We did get a text from Scott Schuster. He said to say hi to you guys. Say hi to Merlin. Please mention the Vintage Show this weekend in Manville. That starts at 11 o'clock. Also says great show. Vintage Snowmobile Show going on in Manville, too, this weekend. So remember that. We've got to take a quick break. We've got a bunch of pictures from previous shows.
Okay.
But we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and let's hear from one of our sponsors, Muskox. Hey, if you move snow with a skid steer, you've got to see the Muskox difference. A patented back drag feature allows operators to blow snow while back dragging in front of obstructions. Garage doors, siding, and fire hydrants. Now this saves time and money while lowering injury risk by decreasing manual labor. The optional dual auger, called the dually, helps the operator eat through big snowfalls, ice-crusted snow, and blow more snow while back dragging. And the glide plate, it allows you to glide over grass and gravel without ripping up the soft surfaces. Subsequently, create an instant torque of the lower cutting edge to break up snow and ice to better expose hard surfaces. See the Muskox difference. Go to muskox.com or Facebook at Muskox Snowblowers or call 218-288-1905. See the difference for yourself. It's the Muskox difference. Hey, I tell you what, man, Rumor Sports Bar and Casino, a big sponsor of Dirty/Snurdy Thursday. They have been with us since day one here at Grand Forks Best Source. The really good thing about Rumors that I really like, they're right across the hall. I can see them from here. Check it out. If you want to watch the Minnesota Wild play tonight, they've got like 900 TVs in there. Well, maybe not 900, but you know what I mean. Mondays, great night, DJ trivia night. Rumors looking to hire some part-time servers and cooks, too. I tell you what, they've got great express lunches. They have got great dinner specials. In fact, today, I don't remember what it is, but go check it out, all right? Home of the world-famous Beer Tower, too, Rumor Sports Bar and Casino. It is an awesome place. Go check it out. I know they have buses going to UND sporting events, too, so Rumor Sports Bar and Casino, BT, Jake, Scotty, the whole crew over there. What a bunch of great guys. We are back on a Dirty Snurdy Thursday. The Boring Boys are here. Chad Hoff is back. We've got Merlin Werner. We also got Patrick Bopre with the Blue Moose, and we're talking about the 11th annual East Grand Forks Vintage Snowmobile Show. Now, how old does a sled have to be before it is considered to be vintage?
Right now, what's 20 years is kind of what the rule of thumb has always been. And last couple of years, we kind of ended our year at 1992, and that's why we decided to kind of follow what everybody else is doing. Waconia kind of sets the stage. I mean, they got the Midwest Ride, and and that's the largest ride-in the Midwest, largest show, largest event. So, I mean, as far as the judging, their format, we kind of follow that. And I think there's a lot of groups out there that's doing the same thing. And I mean, there seems to be no complaints about that because I mean, if it works at Waconia, it's going to work for everybody, no matter where you're doing the show, Manville or Reynolds, or I mean, I guess shouldn't say how they're doing it, but I think it's a format that everybody kind of looks at, and you know, they just want to be fair about it.
Right.
You know, me growing up at Thief River on snowmobiles, being able to ride pretty much anywhere you wanted. Now, Patrick, when I'm going across the bridge, because I live outside of East Grand Forks, actually out at the old river bend out there, so which used to be Snowmobile Haven back in the day. When I drive across the bridge, many times I see snowmobiles parked along, you know, back there where the show is going to be. And again, how big is snowmobile traffic to you? Because I just know it could be better.
So we actually get quite a few snowmobilers in almost every day. There's at least one table. Even yesterday it was really cool. These young kids, they're probably 12 to 14. 3 of them just rode up their snowmobiles, came to eat at the Blue Moose.
Yeah,
just like a fun experience for them. But yeah, we get quite a few snowmobilers throughout the winter.
That's
so
awesome.
I mean, I would imagine you want this Greenway thing to go through.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
And I don't mean to keep going back to that, but oh darn it, I'm kind of. Yeah. Anyway, I want to. Awards now. There are many different classes, but some of the awards on these things, I don't know. I was lucky enough. I got to judge one of the categories last year, but how many different categories are there in awards?
So we have original, first, second, third. We got restored first, second, third. We have Mayor's Choice, Media's Choice, People's Choice. And then one of the awards that it's kind of means a lot to everybody in the community, everybody knew Art Seidel.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
sure.
the family decided to have a Art Seidel Memorial Trophy, and that's not based on the snowmobile you bring. It's based on the person that's done something for the sport.
Sure.
And I mean, you can mention Art's name in Rosa, you can mention his name in Thief River, you can mention his name in, wherever, and he's in the snowmobile world. I mean,
he's the name. You're throwing out names like there. You could go with the Hibberts, and you can go with the Useldingers, and you can go with the Coltums and the Thompsons, and then you throw the Seidel in there, and there's like, Dale Cormack and all of these guys. I was fortunate enough to get to grow up with a lot of these people. My dad kind of hung around with the Cormacans, Roger Jensen, Vern Ricard, guys like that.
Yep.
So I've been around this my entire life, and it's just so cool. But if somebody wants to enter a sled, is there a cost per sled?
Yeah, it's a $10 per sled with a cap of $30. So in other words, you bring 5, it's going to cost you $30.
Yeah.
Or if you bring 3, it's going to cost $30. And we decided to do that just because, I mean, we had some guys from Hatton one year, and I think they brought 7 snowmobiles. Well, $70 gets to be quite a bit for traveling.
Oh,
from
for sure.
Hatton here,
And I think I know who you're talking about. He's got some nice sleds.
Oh my gosh, does he have some nice stuff? Nice Arctic
big enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
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 So, but I mean, and we did raise it from last year, but I mean, the cost of the trophies and awards and stuff aren't getting any cheaper either.
Well,
Right.
Inflation and everything else, you got to adjust, and I think everybody's understanding.
And then we don't want to have a $5 trophy. I mean, we want to have
Right.
something nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and people walk away from that, and I mean, they feel pretty good. And the people we got involved with, Alan, Beth, Ricky, Kyle, I mean, just everybody's been involved with helping us. I mean, they do such a good job of going out and getting door prizes and and stuff. And our sponsors that are on the bottom of our poster, I mean, they do an awesome job of kicking in some money. The show at one point was real big with Relay for Life, and that was my late wife that was kind of took that over. She worked with that for about 10 months out of the year. And it's just, I can't step into her shoes and fill them.
Right.
But, I mean, the gals that are helping us out, Beth and Alyssa Kozel, and Alan's, sister-in-laws and stuff, they help with all this. So we still have good awards, and so we still raise a fair chunk of money for the Relay for Life organization.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did you want to mention your sponsors?
Oh, they're coming up here.
Yep.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. If you want to mention your sponsors now.
Do it.
And
The ones that help out, man, for sure.
oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we got Rotor Farms. They're in Milton, Osabrock. Woodland Resort, Devil's Lake. They are donated a 2-day fishing trip, ice fishing
wow.
trip.
Oh, wow.
Basically, all expenses paid there. Kyle Blanchfield at Woodland does an awesome job. And then we have the Lightning Bar in Emerado. We got ICS. We got the Corner Bar.
Put him on the spot, but he's quick at the glasses.
Yep.
Boom.
Corner Bar in Crystal, North Dakota. Sound Design.
Yeah, right.
Anderson Brothers Auto Body. We got Brecky Travel and Tours. Lunsit Plumbing and Heating. Amsoil donates some oil for the snowmobilers. We have our Prairie Supply. Thompson Brother Farms. Darcy's Cafe in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Northland Custom Woodworking. Greg's Lawn Care. Northern Plains Dental. All Pro Electric, and L&M Meats was good enough to help us out here this year.
Where would you be without the sponsors, right?
Anytime we look at anything, be it dirt track racing, snowmobile racing, or even putting on a big show to make sure you can afford everything you want to do, because you want to be respectful about it and make sure the trophies are, you're going home with the memory, right? Sponsors are so huge for that. So that's cool. Thank them all for sponsoring this and bringing this, keeping this in great East Grand Forks.
Probably the biggest sponsor, though, is the Blue Moose. I mean, they've been gracious enough to, that's our place for 10 hours.
Now,
Yeah.
Patrick, he had mentioned the first year, running you out of beer, running you out of beverages, whatever. How this has gotten, I mean, this will be the 11th year now. Do you have to tweak that day for the Blue Moose? Do you bring more people in? Do you say, okay, we're going to do this today and expect this? I would imagine you've had to change your day on that calendar every year for this show.
Oh yeah, every year we seem to add something new, whether it's staffing or how we run things in the kitchen. But we've gotten pretty good at it. It's been 11 years now, and it's one of our top 3 busiest days of the year. Every year.
So do you ever get, because part of a vintage snowmobile show to me is the vintage gear that people wear.
Yep.
And every time I go to a vintage show, it's like, wow, I haven't seen one of those for, you ever see those people, or it's just like, did you see what that dude or what that girl is wearing? I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh yeah, it's cool to see I like the bright colors and the full jumpsuits.
Oh yeah, the one-piecers, yeah.
And then you laugh every time you watch them go to the bathroom because it's going to take them forever to get that thing off.
You talk about the snowcat suits there. A good friend of mine, he's not collecting sleds anymore, but Wayne Custer in Grand Forks had just a fantastic display of snowmobiles at his place. And he was heading up to, I believe it was Roseau, if I remember right, to go to a vintage show there. And as he was going down the road, his wife Cindy says, Wayne, did you see that guy walking out to the mailbox? He's wearing an all-orange one-piece snowmobile suit. Well, back in the day, Artie Cat made orange, the blaze orange snowmobile suits for their employees to go deer hunting. So Wayne turned around, went and talked to the guy, and he says, you wouldn't be interested in selling that? And he goes, well, maybe not this one, but I got a brand new one in the box at the house.
No way! Yeah. What are the odds?
Exactly. So he ended up scoring one of them, which was pretty cool because as us sitting at this table, unless you work for Artie Cat, we couldn't buy one.
Yeah, and back in the day, I had the pink suit. I had a pink helmet. Artie Cat did have pink colors. Right now, about the only thing I have, I've still got my vintage, well, if you want to call 1988 vintage. I got my racing leathers from 88, but that's it. But back in the day, I mean, we had the old Arctic Cats, and we had all kinds of cool stuff.
Could you fit in your vintage leathers?
It kind of looks more like Under Armour now, but I can. I can.
We got to see that.
I can't run because I can't breathe that fast. I can't, but it's kind of like wearing Spanx. You suck the gut in, it'll help zip it up, then you're good.
John, you okay? I'm doing fine.
I'm just white. Does it cost anything if you're going to be Joe Blow, John Roberts, Chad Hoff, want to go check out this vintage snowmobile show? Does it cost anything to go there?
Absolutely nothing. It's free admission. Come check it out. I mean, take a look at what snowmobiles have progressed to.
That's the crazy part.
We got a snow plane on our poster this year, and that's Lauren Mackhart's. That was It came from it stayed in the family. His grandfather sold it, and he ended up locating it back. And that was actually at our show here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Lauren's able to bring it again this year because it's quite a conversation piece.
Oh, sure is. I was lucky enough years ago to get to take a spin in one of those things, and they are cool because I remember when they were kind of popular, back in the day. Are you guys, most of these vintage shows, you'll see everybody start their sleds up, take a little spin. You guys going to plan on doing that this year?
So we're following the groom trail that comes right up to the Blue Moose, also goes right to past the golf course, and the golf course is going to be set up at their clubhouse, and there's beverages there, and we've had meat and cheese tray there too for anybody that wants to stop there, and we usually ride there and come back. So I mean, it's not that big of a ride, but I mean, everybody has a lot of fun, and being it's a groom trail, it's just nice.
Yeah. Well, we went. We were at Reynolds a couple of weeks ago, and then they took the ride to Thompson and back. And I think of the 96 sleds that were there, I think like 92 of them or something made the trip. The attrition was there. We did pass a couple of sleds that didn't make it. One burnt to the ground, which was
Really?
too bad.
Seen the pictures of that.
Yeah. Actually, Mark Dobmeyer sent me the pictures. They passed them because Dobmeyer is a little bit slower because they're on snow scoots. They can't go quite as fast. But it's like, gee, who's that? Well, it's a trailer full of snow scoots. I'll give you one guess.
He needs to put a wing on that.
Right?
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, right.
I saw you got door prizes, things like that. Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so the door prizes, a lot of that being the sponsors kick in some money. We pay for the door prizes through that. And I mean, there's anything from AMSOIL, we got snowmobile dollies, and I guess it's whatever we find, that is associated with snowmobiles. So it's that's just for the people that enter, kind of separate drawings. The people that come as a spectator to the show and stuff, I mean, there's nothing for them unless they bring something.
Right.
Okay, we're going to go through some pictures of previous, I don't know, it's whatever Ricky sent us, but you guys feel free. If you want to do the play-by-play on these pictures, go right ahead. But let's see what we got here.
Kitty cats.
Oh, yeah.
And it's children's class there. We have a class for the kids.
Obviously, it was snowing that day.
Yep.
That's even, wow.
And the lineup in front of the Moose there, that we have the race sleds there.
That's early in the lineup.
Yep.
That is cool.
That whole back area.
Old John Deere.
Part of the East Grand Forks John Deere Mafia, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad it was snowing so hard on this one.
That's okay, though. I mean, that's all part of it, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's, what are you going to have in
I want to see
Snowmobile?
if they show the sled that I voted for last year, because if I see it, I'll know it.
Was this last year?
No, this is probably all the way through
look
the
at
different
that.
years.
Look at that. What's that first one? What is that?
Snow Cub.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever even seen one of those. There we go. You got the old Tigers there.
Yeah, I think those Tigers came out of Reynolds, if I'm not mistaken.
I would imagine, yeah.
Mr. Dave Adams.
You bet. Yeah, he's got like 90 of them. There's that snow plane. Look
Yeah,
at that.
that
is
is
so
cool.
cool. That front ski's got to be, 15 feet long?
Yeah.
Try
That's
to turn that
pretty
thing on a
crazy.
dime. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Lowell McCarty copied the one on the left there is Joseph Bombadier's. It's a clone to his original snowmobile that he built.
Jeez.
Is that a one you got to turn with your feet?
No,
No, is that just a,
no, it is not.
okay.
Joseph Bombardier got into snowmobiling. He lost a son, if I remember the story correctly, and due to the fact they couldn't get him to a hospital or at that time or anywhere where we get them any help, so he decided to come up with a vehicle to go over the snow.
Sure,
For snow
sure.
travel. So that's how
wow.
snowmobile started with Bombardier.
That's something.
That is crazy.
Oh, look at that old. Oh, there we go.
EXTs. that's,
EXTs, yeah. Is that like a 73 maybe?
Yep, exactly.
There's the snow scoots. And by the way, I got the last trophy ever at the Firecracker Snow Scoot race at Dobmeyer's place.
Yeah?
Well, I had the best wipeout. And I didn't spill my beer.
There's an old Jag. That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, you think about it.
Chaparrals come out of Warren, Minnesota. Those guys got a nice collection.
You know, somebody had said something to us, and there we go. There was I can't remember how many brands they said there were back in the 70s. It was, I thought there was maybe 20 or 30, but no, it was like 60 or 70 or something like that. But it's just crazy.
60 or 70 manufacturers, and I think there was over 100 brands because the players now, they made Home Late, they made Toro, they made several different.
Yeah, Arctic Cat, you know, they did the Scorpions, the Arctic Cat. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Oh, there we go, getting ready on the ride.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see some of those jumpsuits there.
Yeah, look at that vintage stuff up there.
Wow.
My mom and we have a kitty cat back home. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did too. I used to stick my hand in there and crack the governor wide open so you could get another 2 mile an hour out of it. You know, there goes John flying around the house at 7 miles an hour.
What a great marketing deal for Arctic Cat, though. I mean, you get the youth on Arctic Cat, and as they grow up, of course, you're going to want another Arctic Cat.
Sure. Well, right. And you know, back then, they made 10-speed bikes. They made boats. They made snowblowers, lawnmowers.
Yep.
Arctic Cat made a lot of stuff back in the day.
Right.
Crazy. Nope.
Is that the one that Alex took into the highway?
Oh, yeah. My kid was little. They had at the fair, they had, I believe it was Thief River Fair, they had kitty cats with the wheels on the skis where kids go, he froze, throttle stuck, through the bales, through the hay bales, out into the parking lot. There goes my kid heading towards Highway 59 in Thief River. You should have seen the guy running after him. It was really, really funny. If you, Merlin, were to pick your all-time favorite sled that you have ever seen at a vintage show, pictures, whatever, in person, do you have one in mind that would be your ultimate dream sled to own?
It wasn't at a show. I don't believe Wayne Custer has ever brought this snowmobile to a show, but it was a 1972 and a half EXT mod. Arctic Cat built it to, if I understand right, to Wind Eagle River in that class. It had aluminum bulkhead, 340 engine, twin tune pipes, aluminum skid. That to me was the coolest snowcat they ever made. Just the workmanship on it was amazing. You know what I mean? When you think back in the day, I mean, they really didn't have CNC machine and all this stuff back in the early 70s, you know, but to me, that was one of the coolest snowmobiles that they ever made. A lot of brands. I mean, there is just a standout model. You know, I mean, Polaris got this, like the 73 TXs with the tune pipes that come outside the belly pan, you know, or outside the hood. I mean, that is just awesome. Those snowcats. And I mean, Skidoo's got the Blizzards. So, I mean, it's really tough just to pick one.
It is.
I think if I go to the show, I'm always looking for a John Deere Liquidator because I mean, I'm not a John Deere guy, but I just think those snowcats are just badass.
Yeah, I'm not a John Deere guy either, but Brian Nelson won the 500 on a John Deere one year. Roger and Johnny Jansen used to run the John Deere, so I've always kind of had a little place in my heart for John Deeres. And you know what? It doesn't matter. All of the sleds. It's like being a Ford or a Chevy guy.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If somebody gives me a Ford, I'm going to take it.
Right.
You know, I'm going to love it. But I'm just not a Ford guy. But takes a lot of volunteers, a lot of help. Throw out some names out there, people that are helping you do this.
So Kyle Kozel, Ricky Seidel, Alan Seidel, Timmy Seidel comes, which is Alan's brother, shows up at the show. And then we have Don Seidel, Linda Seidel, their wives of the brothers. Debbie Lindgren has helped in the past. I guess Lowell Mackhart, Jerome Johnson. I mean, these are guys kind of back in the shadows, you know. I mean, it's just, Alan, Ricky, Kyle, and I. I mean, we've always kind of been the one to kind of get the ball rolling, you know. And we used to have meetings every other week, but we've done it so many times that things just fall into place.
Sure.
And we stuck with the same weekend. People know when our show is, so
that's big.
Yeah, and now this year we don't have Roseau on our same weekend, so we're anticipating big numbers this year.
Oh, sure. Patrick, I do want to ask you this. We don't get to do this very often. You being the owner of the Blue Moose, which you don't really need to talk about the Blue Moose because everybody knows about it, but here's a chance for you to brag up the Blue Moose, all right?
All right.
You got a minute?
I do. So yeah, the best part about the Blue Moose is everything is homemade. The guys work very hard in that kitchen to pump out food to the guests, and it's a fun atmosphere for the customers, the staff. Just a great place to come to grab a bite to eat and a beverage.
It is awesome.
Yeah, I love that place, man.
Awesome. Yeah, it is.
And I'm looking forward to being there a week from Saturday. I can't wait.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to have to break open the liver here, maybe start getting her ready to go.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good time. Weather maybe going to be a little cold.
Yeah.
But that's when you live in the tundra, it's the chance you take.
Yeah, it's kind of expected. Almost.
Yeah, it's the chance you take. I mean, big deal. You put another layer on. And
Yep.
that's what we do. And if it gets too cold, you go into the Blue Moose. That's what I do.
That's
I go back out for 15, 20 minutes. I go back in. I
Go
warm
in for
up.
a hot toddy, come back out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny when I go in and warm up with a cold beer.
Yeah.
I'll make it work somehow or another.
There you go.
You guys, thank you very much again for coming in. Again, now 11th annual East Grand Forks Vintage Snowmobile Show. It's a week from this Saturday, February 4th. Registration is from 9 to 11 a.m. The silent auction and raffle is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The sled run, weather permitting, will go at about 12:30ish. The award presentation at 3:30. And, of course, this is all right behind the Blue Moose Bar and Grill, 507 2nd Street Northwest in East Grand Forks. In memory of Anna Kozel, this is going to be a great show. If you want more information, call Merlin here, all right? 218-779-6161 or Al Seidel at 701-740-7552. Let's make this thing as big as it always has been. And you know what? When you're there, if you run into anybody, let them know that they need to open up this greenway a little bit for these snowmobile guys, because it'll just make this show bigger and better. Yep. It'll bring more people to East Grand Forks and Grand Forks to the downtown area. It's just a win-win for everybody, unless you're in charge of the greenway. You guys, thank you very much for coming in. I know you're busy, but to be able to come and spend a couple of minutes with you guys and let us know what's going on here, it's going to be a great show.
It's been awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you guys for coming in. I want to give a shout out there to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for being a sponsor today. Want an oil change in a hurry? Hey, this is not a dream when you go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Grand Forks. Heck, you can sit in your car while they do the oil change. It's that fast, and you don't even need an appointment. Hey, make sure to check out the toughest monster truck tour coming to Grand Forks Saturday, April 22nd at the Alaris, and check out one of these awesome trucks beforehand at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Oil changes and more done fast so that you can get on with your day. It's at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, 3325 South 38th Street, or call 701-780-8462. And make sure to tell them GFBS sent you. Well, everybody, I'll catch you all tomorrow morning. Make sure to get your fill of sports tonight at 6:30. We got the Forks Sports Highway Show. Monty and Bill and the whole crew, believe me, you're going to enjoy it. It is great entertainment, all right? Hey, remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. You'll never miss a show that way. It dings whenever we're going to go on the air. It's pretty cool. And also, tell you what, be a patron on Podbean, a chance for you to win and get qualified for some great stuff that we give away. Hey, we all know the Grand Cities is an awesome place. Well, Grand Forks' best source is giving it an identity again.